because you were so freaking valuable that they would be afraid to leave you. Make offers that are stupid, make people feel stupid for saying no. You should have a service that makes people feel stupid for leaving.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
So, what advice do you have again for people that taking? Okay, let me give you an equation. If you have $100, yeah, how much money you will spend getting new strangers to your business, and how much money you will use to offer more products and services to your actual clients, and to do, for example, customer appreciation. Yeah. For example, when you can do a party, you can do something that you can bring them all together, or sending a present for Christmas or whatever to these people that are buying from you again and again. So out of the $100, how much money you will get? You will get to get new clients, and how much money, because it costs you money also build the relationship with the clients, and
course, yes.
and yeah. So how you split your $100?
I'm gonna sound like a weirdo, but I'm gonna spend $80 on the client.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, and 22,
brilliant.
I wouldn't even call it acquire. I would call it to test, right? So the other $20 is just literally testing, because my expectation, much like you said, Harry, is that you deliver so well for clients that, and I've created systems around these so you can do it predictably. But like, even if you don't have a system and you just ask occasionally, you should be collecting testimonials from clients. You should be plastering their case studies all over the place. You should have a referral, not one-time bonus, a perpetuity bonus, so that when they refer you to someone and you sign people up, they keep getting paid, which incentivizes them to do what? Refer more people,
Absolutely.
right? And so it should start to turn into a very predictable sales engine. Now you have to earn it. Everything you said prior of like getting to that point where you can just say, hey, we're doing this thing and it sells. That's because you earned it up to that point, because you had such a valuable service, because you were highly reputable, because you delivered on what you said, right? So if someone's listening to this right now and they think, oh, okay, I'll just get 20 clients and I'll just keep them. It's like, it's hard work. Like, you have to talk to your clients. What I'm trying to get across is not this is easy. I'm saying it's less stressful once you've gotten to that point. But a lot of the issues I encounter with people I serve is when they get a client in the door, they think the job is done. That is just the exact opposite in terms of the mindset I want them to adopt.
Absolutely.
Right? When you get a client in the door, you should be looking at whatever their starting investment is. How can you 10x that over the course of the next 2 to 5 years? Because you were so freaking valuable that they would be afraid to leave you. So you know how Alex Hormozy talks about make offers that are stupid, make people feel stupid for saying no? You should have a service that makes people feel stupid for leaving. That's what you should have, right? And so you have to earn that. But I find everyone's trying to do what everyone else is doing. Just talk to your clients. Just talk to them. What problems do they have? If you can solve their problems, there is no equation for that. It's conversational data. It's qualitative. If you can solve their problems, you will not be considered a marketing vendor or, a social media manager or whatever.
Just trying
You'll
to
be
help.
considered a problem solver that they want to keep.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll tell you a story.
Yeah,
I'll tell you a story. My first property business, my first business was a property business. Yeah. And then I have the clients. Yeah. And then the clients, sometimes they live in the rooms. And I said, guys, what are you checking out? And they were telling me, well, Harry, we came from Europe to London, right? And but we come here to learn English. Yeah. I'm coming from Spain, from Germany, and we couldn't find an affordable school for learning English, so we pay a lot of money, and that's why all our money is gone now. Then we have to leave, and I'm like, man, These my tenants, I have loads of them. Talk about 177, a lot of them. And I'm like, man, these people, they're leaving. My clients are leaving because they cannot find an English school to learn English properly. So you know what I did? I opened an English academy. I'm probably the only person in London that own an English school without speaking English. So,
Yeah.
and the people were telling me, "How are you crazy? You don't speak English. What are you doing opening an English school?" I said, "Look, you don't need to speak English to have an
Yeah.
English school. You just need to have teachers that know how to do this."
Yeah.
So I opened the English school, and then again, we were going to the properties. It was amazing. Then the people that going there to the school, they didn't have place to live, so they were going to my houses. The people from the houses, they all went to my school. Most of them that needed English lessons, they
Hmm.
didn't look for another school. They already knew that since they arrived, we treat them well in the house. We keep the house clean. We deal with the things. They knew that we have a school. They knew that the price was okay. They didn't even look, and they stood in our school for the whole time that they stood in London. Yeah, and
Yeah.
after they went, and I asked them what happened, and they said, "Well, now we're living. Where you living now? You speak English? No, yeah, but we find challenge finding a job because we never work in London. We we come from abroad. Now we speak English, but it's difficult to find a job. Now I don't have. I want to stay, but my parents cannot pay anymore. So if I don't find a job, I need to leave. And they start to leave. I opened a career advice thing, and we were doing the CV for them. They were finding a job in a week,
There you go.
And then most of them were Spanish, and they told me, they told me that they want to eat the Spanish food. And then I opened a Spanish restaurant. It was a big disaster. I lost 200,000 pounds when I got there. But I was so crazy about my clients. What they really want, what problems
Mhm.
they have that I can solve. Yeah, and
Yeah.
this is I think the only thing that we do good is this thing. Even since the property business that is not operating anymore, we listen to our client and we offer. And now we have the coaching and consultancy business that we help startups owners, business owners, to grow the business. The same thing, right? We do workshops, we do a lot of products, and again, the same clients, they keep consuming the product. I think this is one of the things that I have done properly in my life at the entrepreneur. I think that's how I actually operate. And
Yeah.
but then Kobe, is not how people out there are doing. People are like crazy looking for strangers and strangers and strangers, and once they make the sales, that's it. They forget about the client, and they're leaving a lot of money on the table. Yeah. So,
Yeah. I mean,
how can you
it's,
coach? How when people come to you, when you talk to your clients or the people that you coach and you mentor, and you say, "Look, we're gonna have a different approach here. We have to change the way that we do things. This is what I'm here." Yeah. Do you find it
Mhm.
resistant? The people find you strange. What you're talking about? They don't want to go there. They say, "Well, nobody's doing this. What I should do it." Or people start like, well, actually makes sense what you're saying.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm one of those people who I'm very open about. I like people problems. Most people don't, right? They want the system or they want the hack or whatever. And my personal career has been completely fortified by the more you invest in humans, the better off you are.
100%.
And so when it comes down to do I get resistance from them and that sort of stuff, I think a lot of the initial conversations I have with them are more of like shock, but it's not shock and like, oh, I've never heard that before. More of like, wow, that seems really simple and obvious. Why am I not doing that?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing, right? Like, but a lot of that, Harry, is I would say rooted in kind of like fear-based thinking, right? When it's their business and these people they're fulfilling, they're selling, they're managing, they're doing everything. They're the chief everything officer, and it's a terrible place to be. And I've been there,
They're
right?
exhausted. They cannot see.
They're
Some people
exhausted.
said that the chess game, you can see better when you're outside, right? that we
Exactly.
can own that business. You know, you can have a gold mine next to you. You don't even see it.
Yeah, and you actually are wording it really, really well there. That makes me want to change my answer a little bit. Is I say this to every single person I work with is that you already know the answers. I'll just rearrange the sentences for you, right? Because what I think I'm honestly doing with them is not something they can't do themselves. They can, but for whatever reason, because of fear or because of exhaustion or because they
Something's on the
simply
way.
just,
No, they
yeah,
need a coach. You need a mentor.
they need permission. They need that push. They need like, hey, if you don't want to work 70 hours a week, then don't. Find a way to make your business work in 40. And don't tell me it's not possible because you see other people do it all the time. Don't say it's not possible for you because have you really tried? Right. So these are the sort of things where I'm not incredibly tough on the people I work with, but if I can see that what they are seeking is right in front of them and they're resistant to it because they don't understand it, because we're always, the devil, like I had terrible work habits for years and years and years until I finally hit the bottom and I was like, there's only one way to go. It's got to go up.
Yeah.
Right. But I did that all personally. I had mentors in like the business sense, but I didn't have someone who was like, hey, you're okay. Let's work on these broken pieces. Right. So it's a lot of that. Honestly, I think it's just like permission through the lens of somebody who's been there before.
Yeah,
Because
that's what it is, Kobe, because you
yeah,
burn out several times. So
yeah,
when you talk with them, they're already exhausted and they can feel that that this is someone that have been in my place, because some of these entrepreneurs probably they don't seek for mentorship and for help because they
mhm,
don't feel that the mentor or the coach can represent them or can understand what they're going through
yeah,
because they haven't experienced it before.
yeah,
But if you can find, a mentor like you right already, you said that you have burnouts almost twice. Yeah.
yeah, twice in
Now
the
you
same
have to
area.
repackage yourself and to realize, yeah. Now, the people that whoever is doubting that what we're talking doesn't make sense or it doesn't work, just look at the broadband companies, at least here in UK, you see they give you the internet company, they give you six months for free. Six
Mhm,
month free internet. Okay, you go, then you pay us after 6 months. Don't worry about it. And why? Because these companies understand very well the long-term value of the client. They know very well that once this box goes to your house and the internet works, you don't want to change this in your life. It doesn't matter how much you pay.
mhm,
They know that very well. And on top, they can offer you more services like TV channels, like the football that we were talking about previous the podcast. And then they call you, look, by the way, we have football, we have this, we have TV, we have, you know what I mean?
mhm,
So this is how important it is. So if you don't want to listen what we are saying, look what the big companies do. They understand very well. Look what Amazon does. Because the other thing is, Kobe, nobody knows, but probably the way that you find about Amazon, it was because a friend told you. Look,
mhm,
there is a website that is amazing, man. You order whatever, they will arrive to your house. If you don't like it, you ask for the refund. They send you the money. You can say the thing later. They send you the second thing again. No question asked. These people are amazing. That's how we find out about this thing.
mhm,
Now everybody knows about it, but in the early days, it was that they were obsessed to trick the client, to give a lot of value to this client when they enter the door of the first place, but also to maintain the relationship with this client and to reduce the friction.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.